Go.
All right, everybody. Badass Billy Gunn, you're not. But news. I got the guys. I got the people to do it. Effing True Wrestling interviews. Give you the best interview. Unless, of course, it sucks. Then you won't get a good review. But, of course, if you're not down with that, 2 words for you. Suck it.
Welcome to the most must-see channel on YouTube.com. Welcome to Effing True Wrestling. My name is JC Styles, and I am back with a video for you guys today, and I want to get right into this video. The Miz currently is being utilized as a storyline to be tag team with Shane McMahon, and I have a feeling deep down that this is going to turn into some kind of a feud which will lead into a match at WrestleMania, and I don't understand what the deal is with the WWE and putting wrestlers in a match against Shane McMahon. They did it with AJ, and they did it with The Undertaker, and potentially they're going to wind up doing it with The Miz, and I honestly feel that The Miz should be going for a championship at WrestleMania. I feel that he should be going for a WWE championship. I mean, he's paid his dues over the last few years since he was last WWE champion. And when he was WWE champion back in the day, he was still learning his craft. He was still crafting his trade. He was still learning the ins and the outs, not only in the ring but outside the ring, how to carry himself on the mic and off the mic, backstage, etc. And, I mean, just look at the list of accomplishments that The Miz has had over his career with the WWE. He was a WWE champion, 2-time U.S. champ. Right now, he is an 8-time Intercontinental champion. He needs one more Intercontinental championship to tie Chris Jericho. He was a 4-time tag team champion, 2-time world tag champ. He's a Season 1 Mixed Match Challenge winner where he teamed with Asuka. Raw 2010 Money in the Bank winner. He's right now currently ranked 25th on the Triple Crown list, and he's the 5th Grand Slam champion under the current format and 14th overall. He was a 2-time Slammy winner, Best WWE.com exclusive 2008 Dirt Sheet with John Morrison, and Tag Team of the Year with John Morrison. So that right there should tell you how much credibility that The Miz has. The Miz has definitely perfected his craft. He is now a veteran. He is a reality star, movie actor. I mean, some of the movies he's done are straight to DVD, but yet he's still a movie star. I mean, he was in 3 Marine movies. He was in a movie called The Campaign, Queens of the Ring, Christmas Bounty, Santa's Little Helper, Scooby-Doo and the WWE Curse of the Speed Demon, Ugly Dolls, Scooby-Doo WrestleMania Mystery. And like I said, he was a reality TV star. Now, for majority of The Miz's career, he has been a heel. If not his entire career, he's been a heel. I don't think he was ever a face. But when he's feuding with a lot of top stars that aren't liked, he's cheered. When he's had some great matches over his career, and he's really standed out over the last couple of years. And they had a really good feud going with Daniel Bryan when he retired over the Intercontinental Championship. If we all remember that segment on Talking Smack, and where he's there day in and day out and defending the Intercontinental Championship, making it relevant again. Those were true. I mean, the Intercontinental Championship before The Miz was a joke. And not a lot of people were bringing credibility back to that title. And then, you know, The Miz took it and elevated it again to where it needed to be. And some of the top stars, excuse me, have held it over the years. And it's relevant again. And honestly, deep down, I think The Miz is ready. I mean, with Daniel Bryan currently turning heel and the whole Yes movement being dead, and he's doing the whole fickle, and he's doing the environmentalist angle, I would like to say, this would be the perfect moment to have The Miz turn face and possibly earn a title shot against Daniel Bryan. Because if you remember, throughout the career between Daniel Bryan and The Miz was always the heel, and Daniel Bryan was always the face. And moving forward, it would be kind of a different change. Now, instead of feuding over the United States Championship or the Intercontinental Championship, they can now feud over the WWE Championship with Daniel Bryan being the one being the dirty guy and The Miz being the good guy. I mean, The Miz has never won a Royal Rumble. He has been in a Royal Rumble, but he's never won one. That would be an accomplishment to add to his list of accomplishments since being with the WWE. I mean, he has other accomplishments other than WWE. He was Deep South Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, and he was also Tag Team Champion down in OVW with Chris Cage. So, like I said, The Miz, if done right, if pushed right, could take the title and be a top contender. Now, right now, there aren't a lot of guys on SmackDown that can carry the torch. Right now, it's been between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles. AJ Styles had the title for almost a year, if not over a year. He's the second longest reigning WWE champion, if I'm not mistaken. CM Punk being number one. I honestly thought that they were going to have AJ break that streak with the fact of that, because, you know, when you think of the longest streaks as WWE champion, you think of CM Punk and Bruno Sammartino, but that's not the topic of this video. Now, The Miz has had some great matches, some great feuds over the last couple of years, and he's really done it all. He's a father now, he's married, and I'm sure that I can see his in-ring career, as much as he says he loves being a wrestler, I could kind of see his in-ring career winding down and him working a lighter schedule, because the fact is that he's a father and I'm sure he wants to be home with his child and be with his wife and be that family man that he wants to be, that I know deep down he probably wants to be. I think that it's time that the WWE does something really big with The Miz, and I know I would enjoy it, seeing him possibly win the Royal Rumble or even win the Money in the Bank and cash in again. You know, even be it that way. You know, he doesn't have to win the Royal Rumble, but it'd be nice to give him that bigger push, because I think he really needs it. I think he's really due for it, because he's over the top character-wise. Character development, he's over the top. He's had some great matches. Like I said, he's had some great promos. The stuff he's doing with Miz TV has been phenomenal. And, you know, I think we have to credit his in-ring ability and charisma on the mic to when he was part of the Real World. Honestly, that's where the Miz's character probably came from. Was his time on the Real World and doing reality TV, over the top, obnoxious, you know, the whole awesome, I'm the Miz and blah blah blah. But honestly, they really need to do something with the Miz, and why I say that is because, like I said, I'm sure he wants to be able to go and spend time with his family, and you know he's gonna winding time down with the WWE because he's been doing it for 10 plus years now, and it'd be the right time to do it. I mean, especially with the shakeup coming up after WrestleMania, and new talent coming up, and talent being switched over to Raw, and talent being switched over to SmackDown. You know, on top of everything else, John Cena, you know, he's stepped away for a while. He's been doing a bunch of movies, and his time on in WWE have been winding down as well. There was an article not too long ago where he said that he was only doing house shows, and then there was articles saying that he was going to be back full time, and with the announcement this past Monday night of him being back, you know, permanently. But as of right now, he's only booked for 2 appearances in January, and then on the 20th, he's off to go make another movie. So it's like I say, they need to really do something, because now with Cena stepping away and not being around that much anymore, they need to build more talent again. And I honestly think that The Miz can take the ball and run with it. And it would be interesting to see, because The Miz isn't that punk, arrogant kid anymore. He's still arrogant and he's still over the top, but he could definitely carry the torch. Like I said, you know, during the whole time between Daniel Bryan and The Miz, Daniel Bryan was the face and The Miz was the heel. So I think it's time that we see a change. I think it's time that they do something different and put the title on a face Miz and have Daniel Bryan, the heel, go after the title, or do have Miz win the Money in the Bank and cash in. You know, he doesn't have to necessarily win the Royal Rumble, but I think it'd be a good accomplishment to go on his list of accomplishments that he's had in the WWE. You know, The Miz has always had some great matches on pay-per-view. He has some great matches on SmackDown and on Raw. And I think that he has the in-ring ability to win matches cleanly. He has the ability, obviously, you know, he has the ability to win matches dirty. But who knows? I mean, we definitely have to see what's going to happen moving forward and what's going to happen leading into WrestleMania, because you do know that, like always, they scramble to put matches together at the last minute. And I honestly think maybe what they should do is have The Miz maybe some way, somehow, The Miz interfere in the Daniel Bryan match at the Royal Rumble, and then Daniel Bryan come running out and eliminate The Miz out of the Rumble, and that would set up a feud leading into Elimination Chamber, and have their match end in some kind of a no contest, and then you have their big rematch at WrestleMania, where The Miz picks up the title. Now, I'm not saying this because I don't like the new Daniel Bryan character. I think the new Daniel Bryan character is great. I definitely like the fact that they're utilizing his personality outside the WWE a little bit, because if you remember, Daniel Bryan's very intelligent. He's, you know, a very intelligent individual, and it's funny because you have these wrestlers and everyone think that there's these just jock meatheads, and they're not. They have, you know, lives outside the business, and Daniel Bryan is just utilizing his tutelage on the mic, and he's doing a phenomenal job with it. That's why I think The Miz and Daniel Bryan go together as far as a feud, because that's just like you can't have an Austin McMahon feud without Austin McMahon. You know, when you think of all-time feuds over the years, you automatically think of Austin versus McMahon, and I honestly think that, you know, something similar to The Miz and Daniel Bryan. Now, don't quote me, I'm not saying The Miz and Daniel Bryan is by far better than the McMahon-Austin feud throughout the years, but I'm just saying that these guys work very well together. They put on a great match, they put on a great product, and I honestly think that these guys can go at it at WrestleMania and tear the roof off the building, if there even is going to be a roof on the building. But no, actually there's not, because they're in Jersey. But guys, I've rambled on for quite a while. Now it's time to hear your thoughts and opinions. Do you think The Miz should be WWE Champion? Do you think The Miz should have a shot at the WWE Championship now that Daniel Bryan is heel? Can you see the WWE turning The Miz face and having him feud with Daniel Bryan one more time for the WWE Championship? Let me know your comments in the comment box below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. And like always, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified of all new content that is made available here at the Efren Brand of Wrestling and Entertainment. Thank you for watching the most must-see show on YouTube.com, Efren True Wrestling. Have a great night.